Have you ever thought that a small coin lying in your old drawer, wallet, or jar could actually change your life forever? Today, we are going to uncover one of the most fascinating stories hidden in American coin history, the mysterious and rare 1975 5-cent coin. Most people see this coin as just another ordinary nickel, but few realize that certain 1975 nickels are worth an unbelievable amount of money today. Imagine walking into a shop, paying for something small, and later discovering that the coin you just spent was a hidden treasure worth more than a luxury car. Sounds unreal, right? But that's exactly what has happened with a few collectors who stumbled upon this coin and couldn't believe their luck. The 1975 5-cent coin features a familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side, designed by Felix Schlag in Monticello, Jefferson's grand home. On the reverse, it's one of the most commonly circulated nickels in U.S. history. Millions were produced, and that's what makes the rare ones so hard to spot. They blend perfectly among ordinary coins, waiting for someone with sharp eyes to notice their secret details. Now, let's take a closer look. The 1975 nickel might not look special at first glance, but collectors know that small differences in minting, wherein strike, can make all the difference in the world. Some have unique minting errors, while others were struck under special conditions that make them extremely valuable today. These coins are not just pieces of metal. They're fragments of American history, carrying stories from a time when the nation was facing both economic challenges and cultural change. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that's been through 50 years of transactions, changing hands in grocery stores, gas stations, schools, and banks. Every scratch tells a story, every mark a memory. Yet among all these worn nickels, there exists a few flawless examples, perfectly struck, preserved like new, that have become the ultimate dream of coin collectors. Experts say that one of the reasons the 1975 5-cent coin has gained so much attention is because of the rare minting variations. Some nickels from that year show faint doubling in inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Others have off-center strikes or missing details that make them stand out. These variations may look minor to the average person, but for numismatists, coin collectors, these details can increase the value by thousands of dollars. Even more fascinating is the story behind production. In the mid-1970s, the U.S. Mint was transitioning designs and adjusting minting technology, leading to subtle imperfections and errors. Some of those flawed coins slipped into circulation unnoticed, and decades later, they become treasures that collectors would pay huge amounts to own. Imagine cleaning your room one day, opening an old coin jar, and finding a 1975 nickel that looks slightly different, maybe brighter, sharper, or heavier. You might think it's just another coin. But what if that exact piece turns out to be a rare collectible worth a fortune? This is the kind of discovery that has made headlines before, ordinary people finding extraordinary coins by pure chance. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins in high grades, those with minimal wear, sharp details, and mirror-like surfaces. The 1975 5-cent coins graded in mint condition can fetch eye-watering prices at auctions. The reason? Rarity, demand, and the story behind them. Every serious coin enthusiast dreams of owning a coin that very few people in the world possess. When you look closely at the Monticello on the reverse side, pay attention to the steps leading up to the building. If you can see all 6 steps clearly defined, that's known as a full-step variety, and that detail alone can multiply a coin's value dramatically. Most nickels lose at sharpness due to weak striking or circulation, but finding one with complete steps is like discovering a hidden diamond. There have been cases where such coins, once found in ordinary pocket change, have sold at major coin auctions for unbelievable sums. The beauty of coin collecting is that treasures are still out there, waiting in plain sight. You never know which coin in your pocket could be the next record breaker. If you have a collection of old nickels, it's time to take a careful look. Check the date, examine the mint mark, observe the details, and consider getting it appraised by a professional. Even the smallest variation can turn an ordinary coin into something incredibly valuable. Collectors love the 1975 nickel not only because of its design and history, but also because it represents a piece of American legacy, a simple 5-cent coin that tells a story of craftsmanship, art, and time. Whether found in a family collection or in an old coin roll, this piece reminds us that value isn't always about appearance. Sometimes It's hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be discovered. So next time you get change at a store, don't just toss those coins aside. Look at them carefully. That one small coin could be your gateway to history and wealth, because one of these rare 1975 5-cent coins has been sold for a truly astonishing amount, $45,000. Have you ever thought that an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin from your pocket could be worth a small fortune? Imagine this. You go through your spare change, pick up a 1990 nickel, and think nothing of it. But what if that small coin, the one you almost spent on a snack, turned out to be worth more than your entire car? Today, we're diving deep into the hidden world of the 1990p 5-cent coin, a coin that's been surprising collectors and shocking the internet with its unbelievable value. At first glance, the 1995-cent coin seems completely ordinary. It has the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and Monticello, his famous home, on the back. Millions of these were minted in Philadelphia, so you might think there's nothing rare about them. But as coin experts and collectors know very well, rarity often hides in plain sight. Among millions of ordinary coins, there are always a few that tell a very different story. The truth is, some 1990p nickels were struck with unique minting errors, or survive in absolutely flawless condition, making them extremely rare and valuable today. What's fascinating is that these coins still appear in circulation sometimes. That means there's a small chance you could have one sitting in your old jar, your wallet, or maybe tucked away in your family's coin box right now, completely unnoticed. When we talk about rare nickels, the most valuable ones always have something unusual. It could be a doubling in the text, an off-center strike, or a perfect strike with mirror-like surfaces that collectors call proof-like. Every little detail matters in the coin world. Even the smallest imperfection from the mint can turn an everyday coin into a collector's dream. The 1990p nickel is especially mysterious because of its mint mark. The P stands for Philadelphia. Coins from this mint are often produced in huge numbers, but only a small fraction come out with extraordinary qualities that survive decades without a single scratch or blemish. If you happen to find a coin with razor-sharp details on Jefferson's face, clear lettering, and visible steps on the Monticello building, you might just be holding something incredible. Collectors look closely at the steps on Monticello. If all 6 steps are fully visible and perfectly struck, that's known as the full steps variety. This detail alone can transform a simple coin into a highly sought-after piece worth thousands. Most nickels lose this sharpness because of wear or weak striking, but a full steps 1990p nickel is like a hidden gem shining in plain sight. It's amazing to think that a coin made for daily use, something meant to buy gum or a soda, can, decades later, be worth enough to pay for a luxury vacation, a new car, or even a small house. That's the magic of coin collecting. Value grows with rarity, history, and condition. Every scratch tells a story, and every preserved detail can mean the difference between pocket change and a life-changing discovery. Some collectors have even found that certain 1990p nickels have faint doubling on the words, "In God We Trust" or "Liberty." Others might show extra metal along the rim, or a weakly struck reverse design. These minting oddities, while tiny, are incredibly appealing to numismatists, people who study and collect coins, because they represent rare moments in minting history that can never be recreated. Imagine someone finding this coin in an old drawer, taking it to a coin shop, and the appraiser suddenly realizing it a rare variety worth thousands of dollars. That's not fiction. It's happened before many times, with coins just like this one. The 1990p nickel is one of those surprising treasures that no one expects until it's too late. The beauty of coins like this is that they're still out there, circulating quietly through our hands, cash registers, and coin rolls. You might receive one in your change and never notice. That's why collectors always say, check your coins, because the next rare find might be right in your pocket. There's also the historical charm behind every Jefferson nickel. It's more than metal. It's a story of America's design, economy, and evolution. From 1938 until now, the Jefferson nickel has witnessed countless changes, but the core design remains iconic. The 1990 edition carries that legacy forward, and the rare examples from that year are symbols of both craftsmanship and luck. Even coin grading companies like PCGS and NGC have recognized top-quality 1990p nickels as premium collectibles. giving them special labels and record-breaking auction prices. Every year, collectors compete to find the cleanest, most flawless examples, coins that have survived over 30 years without a single mark from circulation. So, before you spend your next nickel, take a moment to look closely at it. You might notice the year 1990 and that small P mint mark, and if it looks unusually sharp, bright, or different from the rest, keep it safe. That tiny coin could be your unexpected ticket to wealth. In a world where everything is going digital, it's fascinating how a small piece of metal from 1990 can still hold so much mystery and value. These rare nickels remind us that sometimes treasures don't sparkle at first glance. They hide quietly, waiting for the right eyes to find them. And just to blow your mind, one of these rare 1990p 5-cent coins has been valued at a jaw-dropping amount of $45,000.